Not much to say. Uh, guess just take the sensor and there's that last video popping up. Oh, I guess it's probably right to take the Foundry. I'm more likely to lose to a Foundry deck than a Necrogen Sensor deck. Withstand Death is a fine trick. Blister Grub, not worth taking. Go ahead and hide this guy. Oh wow, we tabled Genesis Wave. That's surprising. Wave for like 4 is just game over. Oh wow, and Icarats came back. Remember how good this pack was for us. I'm not surprised something came back. The Strider Harness is gone, but the Bladed Pinions is still here? Interesting. Rare draft. Not too worried about a Blister Grub. Seize the Initiative. It's kind of annoying. I'm not going to play this and not worried about the signal of it since it's not that good. And we're already too late into the draft for somebody to be really seriously considering signals from, second to last pick, borderline unplayable. But yeah, let's see what our deck looks like. Hopefully we won't have to play this Vector Asp since it doesn't even trigger this guy. Withstand Death is a borderline card, as is the Panic Spell Bomb. Don't really want any more 4-drops, since Instill Infection is really good, but I don't want a lot of them. Well, right after I say that, I'm gonna end up taking this Trigon of Corruption. I think it's a little better than the Grasp. Even though our deck is more aggressive, it's just more powerful. Kind of hoping for a couple Mirror now, at least one, since we're really filling up on 4-drops here. The Liege is a fine card if you're like a green ramp deck, which we're not at all. Hopefully that pick is right. Here's a Tumble Magnet. Oh, and an Arc Trail. Ouch. I hate passing Arc Trail. Hate it. I mean, card is borderline unbeatable. But, I mean, he obviously took a rare, and we're not red. Tumble Magnet's really, really good in the poison deck, being able to tap 2 guys. Still hoping I can get a mirror, 4th or 5th. Kind of short on guys, too. Though another Icarats helps. It's better than the Contagious Nim. Because it, for sure hits for 1. Although, we don't really have that many ways to deal with Mirror. Oh, we have Instill Infection. If we didn't have all these ways to deal with a Mirror, then I might consider taking the 2-power guy. Or the 2-toughness guy, rather, but I think we have enough ways to get the 1/1s out of the way that the Icarats is going to be better. Yeah, it's a close pick, and I'm not 100% sure on it, but well, Cyst Bearer, exactly what we needed. Painsmith is fine in the poison deck if you have a lot of artifacts, which we kind of do for a poison deck. But obviously we need creatures with Infect, since we only have 9 creatures, and I think only one of them doesn't have Infect. This guy, which kind of has Infect. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna pass on an Infect creature this late. Same story. Lot of 4-drops. That's a nice little gift. And this card is going as late as it should. Finally, people are realizing it's not mind control in M11. Guess I take this guy. Kinda want to take the Tainted Strike, but all our guys have Infect, and we don't really need another little trick. But this thing is pretty good against us, and we might board it in an Infect Mirror or something like that. Gonna hate draft this thing or board or get the Wing Puncture for the sideboard. I've never actually boarded in the Wing Puncture, but hate drafting is really pretty pointless, especially such a mediocre card. No, I'm gonna take it. We have 2 Ichor Rats. I don't see myself boarding in the Wing Puncture ever. We have so many ways to deal with, the 1 toughness flyers. Yeah, the only guy that can really block. Although, this guy's kind of annoying. Kazuya Minamura in a team draft had 4 of these in his deck. And Yuya and I were laughing at him, but he just crushed with them. It's like that they save a lot of time against these decks, and his deck was really good late game, so another Withstand Death. Another Vector Asp. Wow, Painsmith. I don't think we're gonna get to play it, sadly. Lifesmith? Interesting. So yeah, to all those people that say that you can't go into poison, that you have to start out forcing it, and can't read signals, we went into it like 5th and 6th pick or something like that. You just have to know what matters, basically. And even though we passed a couple of corpse curves, the packs were deep enough that they were going to go to the other side of the table, not to the people directly to our left. So we weren't really going to get cut off at all. And now we wait for, and there we go, advancement to the next page. So we're going to pull down all the cards I'm playing for sure. Tainsmith is a maybe. First Withstand, that's probably seeing play, and we'll put it in the maybe pile for now. Double Tumble Magnet's not bad. The Clawmere, maybe. Yeah, playing the equipment. Yeesh, so many 4-drops. How many artifacts? Only 6. It's not really enough to play the Painsmith. Although, if we add like 2 Asps and a Painsmith and a Withstand Death, bring us to 8 artifacts. Yeah, I'm not sure that's better than just another Withstand Death and, say, Panic Spellbomb. Panic Spellbomb is good because you get them in these situations where they can't really attack, and then we have 2 Tumble Magnets, so if you get a Tumble Magnet out, you tap a guy in a turn. You have infinite turns to get your board presence on, and then you can tap a guy in a turn, untap, tap another guy, Panic Spellbomb a guy, and attack. We don't have Untamed Might, which is kind of sad. This might just be an 18 land poison deck. We have... No, we don't have enough uses for the mana. We only really have... well, Corpse Cur, Trigon. These are all cards that like you having more than 4 mana. No, because even if you put these, as they are, you're still getting a reasonable curve. Wish we had a couple more 2-drops, poisonous 2-drops. Well, the Vector Asp pretty much acts as a 2-drop. Question is just another Asp or the Panic Spell Bomb. I think with only 12 guys, we have to play the Asp, which is kind of sad, since it is underwhelming to say the least. Well, with the tumble magnets, well, this is an interesting one. Like I'm definitely playing these 22, and the last card is among these three: Painsmith, Vector Asp, and Panic Spell Bomb. And I've kind of given my argument for each of them. So now we'll go into Jeopardy mode and try and figure out what you would do if you were in my shoes. I think I'm going to play the Paintsmith. My reasoning is that I have enough ways to get guys through that it's more likely to do more damage than the Vector Asp is. And hopefully I'll play it on turn 2, and on turn 3 they'll trade away a mirror for it. Or they'll burn it or something, and I can... But I mean, I think having an actual magic card versus like these half-card effects is worth it, even though it's going to be pretty low percentage that it does what I need it to do. So a little more heavily weighted towards black. Not much, and I have a triple green. I think just 9-8. Tempting to go 10-7, but I mean, Genesis Wave is good enough that 9-8's right. Yep. Alright, I'll bring you round 1 shortly.